Well, this is my friend Scott's Chevelle 69 SS 396. He was taken from us way too early, back towards the beginning of this year, so I'm getting the car ready to sell. So it's about a 20-degree day out here, so I'm just letting it warm up a little bit. Take a walk around and take a ride out on the road and take a look at the parts that he gathered over the years. Might as well take a look in here while it's running. This is an original, unrestored, numbers matching car. He bought it when he was a senior in high school. It was his first car. That was in late 78 or early 79. Gathered a lot of stuff together. He drove it for years and years, but he didn't do any restoration. So we got the big Holly there and a high-rise manifold, headers. So again, this is a numbers matching 396 L35 SS, and we'll see why it's an SS as we go along here. Don't know when or why it got crunched like this. He does have a new right front fender. He has a new right rear quarter, factory sheet metal. Rockers are pretty good. Not too bad under the vinyl top. You can see little bits of stuff starting. Well, again, he has that part. So we have old SS trim here. We have again, no evidence of, a 307 or a 350 badge here in the original paint. It's from what I understand, it's a little hard to tell when a car is a real SS or not. There is one thing that I'm convinced is a strong giveaway on this car, and that's this piece right here. On a real SS, these are not painted, and on the non-SS cars, these ribs are painted silver. You can tell that everything's still in its original state here. As a matter of fact, ironically, he bought replacement parts for this stuff, but he got them with the silver paint here, so he himself didn't know that little aspect of what's going on. Take a look at the interior. It's got original green vinyl here with the green carpet and everything. We got, some splits with age, not too many. The original SS trim in the doors here, cracks in the armrest. Cracks in the dash, but the dash has got the original SS label there over the glove box. We've got I don't know if you can see this the way the camera is, but this is the L35 tachometer with the 5,500 RPM red line. He put some other gauges in here, obviously. Not the original radio. It's got 8-track player. Still got the 8 tracks. I don't suppose this is factory. Don't really know about that. Again, we look at the other side, and we've got the same original door panels with the SS label. The headliner is original. Seat belts up here. This is all original stuff here. The back seat is pretty clean. There's one little tear in it over there. The armrest, the right-hand armrest over there, is in with the parts. Take a look at these door jambs, and you know, front and back, everything is plenty solid. Other side looks like that. Many years of left elbow out the window here in the original paint. Take a look in the trunk. Yeah, this is the carpet. So carpet's torn up here where you'd expect it to be. Trunk appears to be solid. Little bits of, you know, surface brownness here and there, but there's no rust through here in the trunk. There are a couple holes that he put in. He did a little bit of shelves and brackets and stuff back here, so there's, you know, he ended up drilling through it to put those screws in and put those pop rivets in. There's the posi sticker. Again, just all around pretty solid. So let's take it for a little drive. Very cold. I found it takes a long time to warm up because of that tall manifold. Plus, I think there's still some ancient gas in here. Since 1993, Scott only drove it about once a year to get it inspected, and it's been garaged apart from that. Cold. This car has tremendously long legs. I mean, there's first gear, and that's about 50 miles an hour. You just don't even have to shift the damn thing. I feather it well enough, it'll run. You can hear it hesitating, but again, you know, it's going to be a while before it warms up. About 80. Well, no, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. I think the speedometer's cold. I could not have been 80 in second gear. with those big old fat tires, you can still keep them spinning through first and second. Still getting a lot of hesitation from being cold. This is about where I recall it's speedometer's reading about 60, and that's about where that tack was when things were all warmed up at 60 miles an hour. Again, the speedometer's flopping around a little bit because of the cold, but that's probably about 70. I hate to really overdo it because of those ancient tires on the back. Indicated. Still saying about 72 or so, which I think, judging by the tachometer, is right. Never drove a big block Chevy before I drove this car. It's a lot of fun. Oil pressure here at idle showing about 30. Scott's 1979 graduation tassel there. So when Scott bought this car in high school, he was working at the local auto parts store in town, and so he was ordering GM parts brand new back in 1980-ish. He spent a lot of time at Hershey and Carlisle. So we got a little bit of old stuff I'll walk around and look at first, and then we can look at the new stuff. Some of the old stuff is green interior parts, stuff that came out of the car. You know, there's the armrest and the original radio. We got some used taillights and mirrors and badges. There's a steering box and a windshield wiper motor, and these obviously parts from a different car. They all look pretty straight. They're a little scuffed. I was taking them down out of the attic of this place, and they rubbed a little bit, but there's a trunk lid and the panel in front of the hood, the right hand door with the glass in it. We got a set of 14-inch rally wheels. The hood there's back in the corner is a wheel well. It looks pretty decent, and a seat base there, and we got this panel behind the front bumper. That's a used part. Used rear bumper. Looks pretty straight. But there's really some kind of remarkable NOS stuff here. There's a front bumper, still got the skin on it. Grill there. We got 5 different pieces of weather stripping here. In here is that fender. Notice this stuff is all still in the GM boxes with the part numbers on them. It's going to be hard to see, but there's the front fender. We got this is a full rear quarter here. You can see the GM part sticker on there, brand new. Plenty of trim. There's the door edge guards there, fender moldings. I think this is probably stuff on the front end here. I haven't unwrapped it. 2 side mirrors. There's some more front end trim. Brand new taillight bezels. We got various pieces of badges and stuff here that I didn't even unwrap them all. There's that plastic piece with the painted ribs, which is not the correct one for an SS. We got 4 of these exhaust tips, front and rear fender guard, bumper guards, brand new door handles, some more logos. We got these headlight bezels here, door hinges, pedal pads. That's probably the fan. I'm assuming that's the fan that came off of it, and the flex fan is on the car. I did not find the original steering wheel. I have to assume that this is something he found at a junkyard, and he was going to try to put the steering wheel together. So I have to assume that steering wheel was on there when he bought the car. Oh, and these are probably the narrow trim pieces that came off of the front, maybe after it got crunched. I don't know. So many thousands of dollars of NOS GM parts here, but it makes more sense to just put them with the car and let it all go as one project.